There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Random DOS game show. And this is a game object design production. Terra Incorporated. Not much in the way of sound. So let's get going, I guess. Oh, a cutscene. It's a spaceship. And no doubt this is thrilling and incredible. It's launching a city at Earth, I believe. Right. Terra Incorporated. So we got sound effects and music. That's cool. Let's turn that down to easy. So the C prompt there is exit. There's load game, stop, I don't know what that is. English language, sound and graphics options, music options. Yep, that all looks fine. Alright, our hard journey to the south is about to begin. We leave our old territory in sadness to make a new start with thumping dance music in the background. Oomts, oomts, oomts. As none of the states on our way granted us political asylum, we will unfortunately have to clear our way by force to keep our enemies from destroying our mobile city, Terra Inc. This city is the most important thing to our lives. We depend on its energy and power. Our scouts have reported enemy units in the south, in the green and solemn Olympus plains, but the fear of the comet, which will strike our planet soon, drives us to go on. Departure! Everything is ready to set off. Just a base in the south could delay our departure because the enemy spied on our plans and has already threatened us with attacks. Thus it looks as if we can simply make it off. Well, Jesus, this is a lot of writing. Draw up your troops and turn the tables. Everything chain tracks or what? Or wings shall move south to take the enemy base. Remember, the red mark shelter controls all factories and the energy system. Destroy it, we will win. Share! Share! Well, that is the most inappropriate music to what looks to be some sort of war game, strategy game I have ever heard. And I enjoyed making a complete pig's ear of the introduction. Let's see what the actual game is like. Okay, we have mouse control. There was no manual with this, so hey, this is a turn-based strategy. Looks a little like Z, or maybe Max. Let's see what we can do. Mission info. So that's just telling you what you already know. And there's an end turn button there. Let's have a look at our options. That's just back to the menu of before. We have the option to surrender, but I don't think we will. Elite soldiers. So what you can see here is a hexagonal grid. And this was used by a company, I think they were called Strategic Software or something or other. SSI or something like that. And they made the Panzer General games. And they were famous for having a hexagonal grid, which was later used by the likes of Civilization and popularized that way. So let's move these elite soldiers. And I have to say, the music, it's like a nightclub. One of those industrial nightclubs from the 90s. Gun turret obviously can't move. We'll just shift our soldiers and tanks forward. And we'll have the tanks in the rear. We'll have the cannon fodder soldiers. What's that? A recycling vehicle. So that's a lot of information. But again, it's mostly sort of image based. So I think that would be sort of your harvester vehicle. Right clicking on it does nothing. So if we doesn't seem to want to do much here. We'll leave that for now. Patrol vehicle. You can go over there. Good stuff. And there is no keyboard movement. See all this crazy scrolling with the screen tearing? That's the mouse sensitivity in action. There's an anti-tank gun there. Fighters. We'll swing you out. Hey, that was some sound. And you... we'll swing you out over there. Now, presumably, we're going to the south here. And a bomber, you'll come out front and center. So, very simple sort of game. Recycling vehicle, building vehicle. So, I don't appear to be able to give the building vehicle any moves. So, I don't know what's going on with that. But we'll leave all that as is for now, I think, and just focus on ending the move and seeing what the opposition does. There he goes. So you can see in the right hand side there, it's got like a sort of mini map to show you the movement of the enemy. There is no fog of war, so you know exactly what's going on. And there's going to be an almighty conflict in the next turn or so. We'll make that happen. And we'll see what it's like. I mean, you already know, sort of, if you like this sort of game. I'll shift these out here. And we'll have a holding pattern. Fighter, you come over here. And then the bomber can back you up just a little further away. And as expected, the tanks move a bit slower. So I have a feeling my fighters are going to get shot down, and then I'll be able to retaliate with the elite soldiers, whatever it is they do. And the regular soldiers, which are not quite as elite, as you can see by the image. Can't move as far, don't have as much weaponry. And this music is really off-putting. It is not the right soundtrack for a game. Let's have a look at the combat, shall we? Oh, somebody's bringing out a rocket launcher. Hey, up. And there we go. We've got status. And they nearly exploded there. And your units gain experience points by the looks of things. So that's something, I guess. So let's see if our soldiers can make the difference, because I think our main force is you know, the aircraft and so on. They're probably going down. Let's see. This mouse control is abysmal, by the way. Right. I got our fighter. Should I just click on it? Apparently not. Great. Oh, there we go. You have to be next to the target in question. All right. It's going very badly. Can our tank reach that? Yes, it can. Now, can our tank attack a fighter? No, he's just out of range. But we can bring our soldiers across in preparation. What about the elite soldiers? You can attack the tank. Yes, bit of damage done there. Let's bring you down. So if you move to the very periphery... I was going to say if you move to the very periphery you can't do anything, but apparently that tank was just like, no, James, we can. You just don't realise it. Alright, we're in the thick of it now. We will get that tank down. Looks like a tank anyway. And you can see the strength and who the unit belongs to in the bottom right hand corner with the faces. See how that's changing? Alright, let's end the turn. and watch our forces get decimated. That rocket launcher is getting closer. Oh, nasty. And down it goes. And that is bombing our tank. Yep, they're really focusing on our tank for some reason. Possibly it's the danger machine. Who knows? We'll find out next turn. And that's attacking our base and our guns, but we'll not worry about that. I'm not going to play much longer, to be honest. You get a vague idea. Well, I wouldn't say vague. You get a fairly decent idea what sort of game this is. Alright. Okay, forces. One last round. Give it your all. Can I click on the minimap? I can. That's handy. So you can always just click on the side if you want to look at what's going on. And battle tank. Cannot attack the fighters. This could be a problem. Yes, they're all ours. And if you can't attack the fighters, then you're gonna have to just head on down, aren't you? And take out that patrol vehicle. Except you'll not be able to. Can the soldiers attack those? Doesn't look likely. Nope. So they can't shoot up at the sky. Also, something that's quite annoying. Your first move, the movement points are cancelled. So he can't head down there now. Now that I'd moved him just one. So I guess we'll just back up the tank. Okay. It's not really inspiring me, this game, but you know, turn-based strategies, they're not really my cup of tea anyway. So I'm not going to complain about them. Now, this bomber can attack the fighter. But, yeah, I'm not really doing well, am I? It's just a showcase, really. Yeah, end the turn. Here comes the rocket launcher. Oh, nasty. Barely did any damage. And they've got some artillery there. There goes our bomber. And those fighters will jet off to our base unopposed. So we really needed some anti-aircraft carry on there, you know, to deal with that. I like the shaking of the screen with the explosion. That's nice. That's about it, really. Terra Inc. What is it? It has some of the most inappropriate music of all time for a turn-based strategy game. And it's okay, I guess. It feels like a very sort of limited military-style turn-based strategy game. It's alright. It's not terrible. Oh, look at that tank. As you can see, it's about mixing and matching units and figuring out what works well against the everything. It's got that sort of XCOM style, you know, look, we can destroy that, you know. XCOM style carry on where units can retaliate to attacks against them. Let's just go to the options screen. Who would I recommend it for? If you're a turn-based strategy aficionado and you can go over here and turn the music off and put on something more appropriate, then yeah, I could see you getting some fun out of Terra Inc. But I did not have fun with this, unfortunately. So I'm going to surrender and leave it there. And if you like me randomly playing through DOS games that I ordinarily would never come across, I have hundreds of other videos on my channel. Feel free to take a look, and if you like what you see there is a subscribe button. But I'm gonna get out of here now. Until next time.